Hey guys, so my name's Lisa, in case you've never seen my video any of my videos before. I made a twin flame. I was like very randomly urged to do it because I was doing my personals, and just like in the middle of doing that, I was urged to make that video, and this like very particular message came out, and that's why this one is going to be called part 2, because I just like felt the need to like go on further and just like really figure out like what was going on, because immediately after I uploaded that first video, something happened with me, and so it made me realize that video, it may not have been like just for, because it felt like a very specific message, but I feel like it actually pertains to more than just one person, for sure. And it's not necessarily like the way that I was receiving it. Like it felt like, you know, someone was very angry and hostile with, there was like a hostile connection that the Divine Feminines were dealing with. And I just want to say that, after like further processing, because it just didn't feel done, you know, once I uploaded it. And I just want to say that I feel like this could also relate to other karmic situations, other karmic relationships within the Divine Feminine's life that she's dealing with, like just controlling issues. I do feel it has a lot to do with parents, just because over the last, you know, for a while, there's just been a lot of healing going on in the twin flame connection, and amongst both of them separately, like dealing with healing their past traumas, like in regards to parent connections, you know, and just going even back like through past lives, and you know, also, so as I'm like understanding this and like processing it, you know, something did happen for me, you know, and I was triggered as well, which also like sparked up this whole other level of just like processing and understanding what exactly happened in that first video, you know, because a lot of times, like when I'm doing these videos, like I do them just when I get the urge, like I just get urged, and sometimes I'm urged more than others. And that was a particular time that I was like, just like out of the blue. I mean, I had literally just finished a personal, and usually I take like a time in between them before I do another reading, and I didn't have as much time. And it was just very much like, do this now. So I did it. And so anyway, now, you know, I know for myself, like I was triggered by someone in my life, and it's kind of like this power war, you know, and I'm not like fighting for power at all, but the other person is, you know. And I had, oh, I'm so sorry. I had this is about like letting that shit go, like just no longer participating in that dynamic, you know, with whomever it is, whether it's your friend, whether it's your parents, whether it's your job, because I feel like it's someone of significant in your life, you know, somebody that plays a big role in your life. But it's also about, it's like this empowering feeling, you know, and I still, even though it showed up on the Divine Feminine side, it's like, I feel like it's for both sides. It's going on within the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, you know, this just empowerment, and like, and to truly step into the, and then there's the full moon. Okay. There's the full moon. That's like, whatever. It happened at like, it's early this morning, whatever. And it's like, full moons are all about like cleansing and releasing. And it's that, it's like, I feel like it's just been this buildup, and it's still around, you know, because this energy, you know, some people feel it like 3 weeks before and 3 weeks out, you know, like, I know I'm heavily affected by the full moon, and, you know, in fact, like, this is like, last night was like the first time for a full moon that I actually like slept, you know, through the night, because usually I'm like up all freaking night long. And, so anyway, what I really wanted to say is that if you watch that first video and you're getting like, and you're seeing this as well, like, to open your mind and to like really see like what other relationships it is where that kind of behavior can be triggered, that behavior where, or just be on the lookout for it, for people wanting, you know, with that Queen of Swords, like, because that Queen of Swords did not feel nice. That Queen of Swords was like someone really sabotage is the word that's coming. It's like wanting to sabotage, not enjoying, not liking at all seeing you step into your power. And it's not like, I mean, it's just all there, fear, you know. And, you know, right before I started this, this song, Kill Your Heroes came on, but there was a line that stuck out. It was like, never let your fear decide your fate. And I think that's what I'm going to name this part 2, is that, because it's like, don't get dragged down by that other person's fear, you know, when just because they don't believe in your dream or where you're headed or whatever it is, like, don't get caught up in it, you know, like, don't even allow yourself to sweat it. You know, I know for me, it stung a little bit for a second, but I like really, I had, like I said, I had literally just uploaded the part 1 of this TwinFlame reading, and I realized like the connection, you know, for me, it didn't come across like, you know, my an ex or anything. It's like, it's just a karmic relationship that I have, you know, and you know, I'm releasing that, you know, the fear, the, and standing up for myself, you know, even saying it, like, I can just like feel like my heart expanding, you know, and I want to just encourage others in case there's others that are like attempting at making you feel small. Just know that that's a reflection of them and where they're at, and not you. And although it might hurt, because for some, I feel like, you know, like, that's like how it came across in the first video was, you know, exes and people that divine feminines have been married to or in relationships with. Like, it's like, you know, people that mattered at some time in their life, you know, met something, but it's like anybody is like trying to make you feel small for moving forward and just embracing your power and like really stepping into, you know what, there's something else is coming to me. It's like, I saw something, I was watching a video, it all just makes sense now, you know. It's like all these things, like, nothing happens by mistake, you know, everything happens for a reason. I mean, I'm like a firm believer of that. And it's like, just the other day, I was watching a video of, I don't even know who it was, but they were speaking about how just because it's somebody like put you down for doing something that seems a little, you know, like this, like me doing these cards, and like, you know, I'm totally dipping from like anything that my friends, my family's, like, nobody around me does anything like this. Okay. And, you know, I'm not like, nobody's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, Lisa, go for it. No, you know? So, it's all like, you you know, like that, like just, or it's not even discussed. And so it's like, but I'm following my heart. Like I know what God has put on my heart, and I know that more than anything, I feel like all I want to do is share with people how I got to the place to be brave enough to take those steps to follow my life, follow my heart, in spite of the naysayers, you know, because they're still here, you know, they're still around, and they're very close, you know, and, you know, there are even people that pretend to be on my side, and or that people that you would think should be more supportive of you. But it's, don't get caught up in that part of it. And even if people like are starting to come at you, you know, today or within this next week, like just be mindful of it and know that it is not a reflection of you. It's a like you bring out, it's like, how can I say this? You're doing something that they sit around and think about and dream about doing, but tell themselves they can't. And you doing it, I mean, that's why it bothers them, because you're doing it, but they tell themselves they can't do it. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I feel like it makes sense, because I just felt like the energy leave, like what I said what I was supposed to say. So that's just kind of like the part 2 of, yeah, look, here's that Queen of Swords again. That's just like that part 2 of, okay, and it's like also, don't be afraid of, you know, don't be afraid of things like when it looks like maybe you're getting signs that it's not, like you're not doing the right thing. I just want you to know that this last week, those kinds of things have been happening for me. Like I'll ask for a sign, and then this crazy song comes on, and I'm like, what? You know? And then I'm like, what? And then I'm like, no, Lisa, that's just them. They're just like helping you clear out the fear. Okay. And then on top of that, that's just like that Queen of Swords, like coming through, you know, it's like right now. And then also tonight, I watched somebody else that I watched that I really, you know, appreciate his guidance, his whatever, you know, him coming on and making videos, is Victor Odo, and he's a YouTuber, and he actually was talking about that, and he said, if this is happening for you, just know that it's part of the whole like karmic release. And I'm like, and that's why we all have to talk about it, you know, so that we all know that it's very real what we're experiencing, and that we're all in it together. And so, yeah, so I'm just here to pass it on and share with you how it's come up into my life, and just kind of expand, because I knew that that wasn't everything from that first video, but it was like, it was so intense. It really like took a lot out of me. And, but I was like urged to make this one again. So never let your fear decide your fate. You know, and trust your heart, and you just keep on going. Okay. And, look out for those people that are going to try and trigger you, because I do feel that there is somebody very close to you that just doesn't want to see you shine. And it's not even that they don't want to see you shine. It's just that seeing you shine really, really makes them see what they're not doing in their life. And that's hard, you know, like I have to like have compassion for these people, because it's like, I remember what it was like to realize that I was the only person to blame for where my life was and where I was at in my life. So send these people love. And I love you. And just thank you so much for being here and just being a part of my journey, because you guys, I mean, you guys just, you don't even have any idea how much you helped me. And just knowing that there's people that I connect with and that do understand, you know, it's just very moving for me. And I'm so grateful. And I love you. And that's it. I kept this one kind of short. So bye. Love you.